Welcome back now to our palette cleanser for Tuesday. The Royals have been super busy and some of the not working Royals. So let's jump in and cover. Let's go. We're going to start off, let me correct this, Catherine Middleton, the Princess of Wales. You know, I just have to say, I think they're using her Kate Middleton name because they want to make her seem more down to earth and relatable, but she already seems that way. There's really no need for the Daily Mail to continue on insulting that way, but okay. Anyway, the article is saying that she really is not back to normal yet, but it looks like there's some light at the end of the tunnel. She's not going to be going back to work in the same way that she did before for a long time, because right now she really is focused on herself and her family, and that happens when you're faced with your own mortality. We all know that cancer is very unpredictable. Even though she's been through treatment, it could return at any time. She knows that. So instead of giving her all to everybody else but herself and her family, she's being a little more introspective. I don't see an issue with that myself. All right, moving on. In keeping with that idea of what Catherine will and will not do, they're saying that how William and Catherine are behaving right now is a glimpse of the future for the next king and queen. There has been some talk lately that maybe Charles isn't doing so well. I refuse to believe that. But they are saying that you've had a glimpse of the future this week alone. Catherine had her 4th Christmas Carol Sunday service at Westminster Abbey. Then we know that William went to France where he met U.S. President-elect Donald Trump in Paris at the reopening of Notre Dame. And if anything, I think that shows that William is able not to use his personal feelings. He's able to be a good diplomat, which is something his brother can't do. Let's not forget that Catherine was at the Festival of Remembrance service at the Cenotaph, and then she was present for some of the official state visit of the Emir of Gettr. She's stepping back in slowly, but I have a feeling this is a good barometer of what we can expect from them, which means we can expect great things. Moving on. Next up, we have Lady Amelia and Lady Eliza Spencer. They're Princess Diana's nieces. They're twins. They were at the Vassia Castara Limited Collections dinner at Langens Brazier. I hope I'm saying that correctly. It's for a fashion label. These, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Well, I don't think they're identical twins. I could be wrong, but they have a great gene pool. Now let's talk about these dresses. First of all, the dress on the right, where this woman looks like she's dressed like Cher. I don't like it. But this is one of the nieces in the black dress, and the other one is in a dress that opens in the back. And I think that's the trick, is to show some but not all. It's called understated glamour. And I think the two of them do a great job. All right, moving on. Next up, Zara and Mike, looking absolutely fabulous, are on the cover of Financial Review magazine. I just love that guy. She should be glad she snapped him up. A big thank you to Remoulade Sauce for showing us what she was wearing during that outing. And let's keep on with Zara. Zara was seen at the Christmas meeting at the Cheltenham race course. And what everybody was going on about was her outfit, because she looked absolutely gorgeous. The outfit cost £2,000, the whole thing. Now, they're saying that her presence there demonstrates her continued support of equestrian events, which we know is a passion that she's had her whole life. Good for her. And as usual, look at that face. And as usual, a big thank you to Remoulade Sauce for showing us what Zara was, wearing. Moving on. Let's move on now to Sophie, the Duchess of Edinburgh. She went out for a Christmas visit to the Disability Initiative Resource Center in Camberley. Sophie has been the patron of this initiative since 2003. She participated in various activities with clients of the charity. These are activities, they said, they are tailored to the specific needs of adults with disabilities, and they're aimed at enhancing their overall well-being and quality of life. So they had some Christmas caroling, they did some mince pie making, they did some painting, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I just love Sophie. You know what really gets me when I look at these pictures of her painting? You know how some people will paint and then they put the brush in their mouth, they're not even thinking, and they sit back and look at what they've done. Look at this. I will say that her painting looks fabulous. She did a great job. I've said it before and I'll say it again. She really is one of the most unpretentious people. That's what I like about her. She's just authentic. And a big thank you to Remoulade Sauce for showing us what she was wearing. Let's move on. Next up, we have Princess Anne, who was going to inaugurate the Commonwealth War Graves Commission's new memorial in South Africa. She is president of the Commonwealth War Graves Commission, and so she will be there alongside national dignitaries and families for this event. Love it, and I'll cover it when it happens. Moving on. Next up, Prince William just issued a new statement regarding what he calls an unprecedented feat in the fight against illegal wildlife trade. Nearly 1,000 endangered tortoises and lemurs were successfully returned to Madagascar in one of the world's largest wildlife repatriation efforts. That's pretty cool. So the animals arrived safely following their seizure from wildlife traffickers in Thailand. They were going to be sold as pets. Why in the hell? I don't get that. Anyway, the operation was coordinated by Thai authorities with support from United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, U.S. Fish and Wildlife. Everybody got involved, and they were able to save these poor animals and send it back. And with that, Prince William said that this is an unprecedented feat for the fight against the illegal wildlife trade and demonstrates the immeasurable value of global cooperation in putting an end to these supply chains. I love that. And by the way, Qatar Airway Cargo stepped forward and gave free transport back for the animals to go home. Amazing. Moving on. Gosh, I love that guy. Whew, keep going, William. All right, let's move on now to King Charles. He stepped out for his annual The King's Foundation Crafts at Christmas event at Highgrove Gardens. I love that. That occurred on December 13th. The King met students, alumni, and tutors from the King's Foundation educational program, and they came to attend these special craft workshop like woodworking, weaving, embroidering, that kind of thing. Charles looks really happy, and he looks like he's enjoying the event immensely. We know that the foundation gives education courses for almost 15,000 students a year, and it was set up by Charles. But this event gives students a chance to show off their work and share their experiences in the program. King Charles even spoke to a local rock choir. Oh my goodness. And this was right after he was at the power station in London. I told you about that already. Moving on. Let's move on to Andrew, and I never know, every time I talk on him, it's nothing good. So apparently he was friends with a businessman who has since been accused of being a Chinese spy, and it's being alleged that Andrew invited him to Buckingham Palace, St. James Palace, and Windsor Castle. This man has been banned from Britain by the government on national security grounds. Twice he went to Buckingham Palace. It's also been alleged that Andrew had business ventures with this person and received funds from Chinese donors linked to the accused Communist Party spy. So now M15 is apparently probing the claims. FYI, this man is accused of working for the United Front Work Department, which is an arm of the Chinese state that gathers intelligence and buys influence abroad. Now, Andrew has come out and said that he no longer has contact with this guy, that as soon as he was notified about this man's past, that he cut all ties to him. The businessman, who's only known as H6, brought a case to the Special Immigration Appeals Commission after the then Home Secretary stated he should be excluded from the UK in early 2023. You know what I think Andrew's biggest problem is? He has so much arrogance and just plain out stupidity that he doesn't look at the people that he associates with and that he keeps as friends. So not only do we have issues with the whole Epstein, now we know he's been hanging out with a member of the Communist Party who has since been banned from going into the UK. This man just makes really bad decisions. Whew. And now to top it all off, apparently people are wanting to look into the paperwork of past dealings that Andrew has had with, these people, and the paperwork has poof, disappeared. There's something definitely weird happening here. With all of this going on with Andrew, people are saying the one you should really be afraid of is Sarah Ferguson, because even though they share Royal Lodge near Windsor Castle, and Andrew is said to be there despite, the kings wanting him out, they're saying that Sarah is a major source of apprehension amid this ongoing controversy. Because her proximity to internal royal affairs is raising eyebrows because, with everything going on. So, and who knows, there is some suggestion she could write a tell-all book, kind of like The Spare. I got to be honest, I don't think that would happen for the simple reason that she's had plenty of time to write a tell-all with everything that's going on with her, and she hasn't done it. She is a royalist, and she's loyal to the Queen and the institution. So I just don't believe that she's going to spill secrets. Now, if the Royal Lodge went to the wayside, Sarah, Duchess of York, has bought a property, a Belgravia property. It was supposed to be an investment for Beatrice and Eugenie for their futures. It was purchased in 2022. However, they're saying it's probably worth less than what Sarah paid for it, according to the land registry data. The property price is currently 16% down from the previous year. So if the home is handed over or sold, it could be worth less. But I mean, the point is, at least they have somewhere to go if they get thrown out of the Royal Lodge. Now, the Royal Lodge is apparently quite grand. You have a picture like this one above that clearly shows the inside. There's a beautiful, sitting room and a lounge and conservatory, and there's all kinds of stuff to look at. But the point is, her children already have other homes, and if they lose the lodge, they have somewhere to go. They will not be homeless. So everybody should just relax on that front, okay? My goodness, you guys, that was a lot. Now, don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe and the thumbs up button. Leave your comments, make them good, and then go down into the description box where you'll find the links to my Twitter, my Gettr, my Rumble, my email, my Patreon, which is currently paused, my Amazon wishlist, and my physical address. For those of you who've donated to my coffee fund, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.